Presunivers. Welcome back to PUSU Podcast of October Special Edition, which is Month of Language. I'm Sadil Shafalati from IR 2020.
I'm Ali Octaviani from UNV 2020.
And we will hear your hearts up to.
Yes, how was your day, Joe?
Well, I'm doing good. How about you, Alia?
Alright, my day have been wonderful, Joe. So, are you excited, Joe, for today's podcast?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Yes, we have amazing speaker, and also this is actually my first time to be the host with Alia in this PUSU podcast. So
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. But before we reveal who is our guest star today, would you like to inform our listener about the topic that we will cover today, Joe?
So today's podcast will hear a lot of conversation with someone who is currently studying in an American university. We'll talk about how to survive with your English as Presunivers. So, but before we begin our conversation today, I'd like to introduce our speaker to all the listeners of PUSU Podcast of the Month. He is a visionary, well-read, knowledgeable student, highly motivated to constantly develop his abilities and grow the tutoring center for 2 years. Well, let's welcome Kak Matthew.
Hello, Kak. Yes, welcome to PUSU Podcast. Such an honor and great time to have you here as our guest star today. And how's your day, Kak?
It's good. So where I'm at, it's 7:13 in the morning. So I just woke up 12 minutes ago.
Okay, that's
It's
cool.
good.
Alright, Kak, meet you. Would you like to give your short introductions about yourself so our listener can know more about you, Kak?
Yeah, sure. Okay. So first of all, thank you again for having me. And like Joe said, I was in university for a few years. And I will be graduating the set date is 2024. So yeah.
Well, awesome. Yeah, but before we are going to move on and talk about our topic today, would you like to share with us, Kak? Maybe there are some of our listeners who are curious about your activities in this current conditions.
Okay, so my activities. Other than that, I just I'm very grateful that I'm back in the States because I grew up in the U.S. Since I was 9, so I was 19, and then went back to Indonesia for 2 years. And so yeah,
Great, Kak, meet you. What about you, Joe? What's your activities?
Well, I'm actually not really, doing anything like that because my project in PUSU is actually done. So, I'm just focusing on study and also doing my internship now. How about you, Alex?
For me, I kinda hectic with my academic and non-academic stuff, Joe. Yeah, as you know, in engineering, there are so many things that I have to do.
Oh, yeah. Engineering is hard.
Yeah, it's quite hard, but just enjoy all the process.
Yeah, trust the process. All right, then. I think, Alia, we have to go to the ping pong games.
Yes, of course.
So how to play it is easy as 5. The guest star have to choose the number from 1 to 10, and everyone here have to answer the question. So you guys ready?
Yes, I'm ready
Maybe comment which number do you want to
to choose.
So I want to choose number.
Okay, so the question is, how to be really confident, Kak?
How to be really confident. Okay,
Mhm.
so one thing that I always hold is to not compare yourself with other people. You have to believe that you're created on this earth as the one and only. You're unique. There's no one that's going to replace you, and your purpose on this earth is different than everyone else. And so you have to believe that you have your own individual talent, and you need to, expand that. You need to just trust that God has something in store for you that's different from everybody else. That's my key to being confident.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you, Kak. What about you?
Well, I think the key of the confidence is to believe in yourself. Like, oh yeah, I can do it. So I always believe in this self-affirmation. Like, oh yeah, I can do it. So that's why. So I think that's the key. How about Alia?
Okay, I also agree with Matthew and you, Joe. Maybe for me, how to be really confident is just be yourself, believe in yourself, and you have to remember that you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. And there's nothing to be afraid of. So that's all from me, Joe.
All right, cool. All right, then we go to the next question. Which number?
Alright, next number, Kak.
Let's do number 1.
Alright, number 1. So, okay, the question is, who is your idol?
Who is my idol? Okay, so I don't want to sound too religious, but I don't really believe in the concept of idol, because whenever we say idol, it means that we are looking up to someone that is never going to change. You're going to be exactly the same, in the same state that we expect them to be, but that's not true, right? Because people change. But the person that I look up to, it would be, actually, it would be, that's a very tough question, because I have a couple of people, so I have to choose one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you, Kak. Yeah.
Let's do. I think my mom, because she, like everyone else's mom, she's hardworking, but my mom has, persevered for so long, sacrificed for so much for our family, and she was willing to, give up her dreams for the sake of raising me and my sisters, and so that my dad could get his.
That's cool. I mean, yeah, like,
Yes. So, what about you, Joe? I know it's quite hard to answer, yeah?
yeah, it's kind of hard. Well, I think if I have to choose one, I'll have to choose Sita Savitri.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know, I must know her. Like, I know her since high school, and she's so amazing. Like, I've been reading her book and also all the stories of her. It's actually quite inspiring for me to do more. Like, oh, I want to be like this. I want to study abroad. I want to have this achievement. And that's actually all get inspired by her. How about Talia?
Okay, sounds like Matthew. It's a tough question. Maybe I will choose Satya Nadella. Why I choose Satya Nadella? Because I admire the way he leads the biggest company like Microsoft so well, and can do some improvement for the company and all the stuff. So it's great, I think.
Wow, that's great.
All right.
Okay. We have to go to the third question. Which number do you want to choose?
Let's do number 3.
Okay.
Number 3.
Would you like to read the questions, Joe?
Sure. So number 3, what is your favorite channel on YouTube?
What is my favorite channel on YouTube? Currently, let's see. Okay, the thing about YouTube is that I jump around, so there's not a specific channel, but I have this one YouTuber. His name is Richard something, and my middle name is also Richard. So he's like a motivation coach. I relate so much to him because first of all, he's a Christian fellow, and so he would always involve his faith in his content, and I admire that he is a self-made person. Like, he's currently a millionaire, and he started all that by himself. Like, he actually majored in biology in the University of California in Los Angeles, but then he decided that he wanted to do something else, and so he, I learned so much from him, including time management and being consistent in what you want to do to achieve your goals. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Well,
I think it's a great channel.
Mine I think is Max Reisinger. I don't know exactly how to pronounce his name, but it's Max Reisinger, I guess. He's like a YouTuber like a small YouTuber. Like he just started YouTube 2 years ago, I guess. But the thing that I like from him is that he always he teach us the audience that we have to have the optimistic. Like we all know the thing that he called as the perspective, and which we share the optimistic mindset in our life. So that's why I like his YouTube channel. How about out there?
Okay, how about me? For me, my favorite channel on YouTube currently TEDx. It's kind of it's kind of motivational and inspirational channel because I get a lot of insight and knowledge from speaker on TEDx. So it's really helpful for me.
Yeah, well, like that talk is
Yeah.
good. Like I learned a lot from here. Well, I guess we have to go to our last questions. Which number do you want to choose, Kamatil?
I'm gonna let Joe choose. That be okay?
Oh, all right. Thank you for the opportunity. I think I'll have to choose number 7. The question is, tell us about a quote that you like and you think it describes you very well.
Quote that I like that helps me very well home.
I'm also thinking here.
Yes.
Like it's getting hard. Like I choose this question, but like, all right, what is it? I have so many abilities, but like, actually, deep in my heart, like yeah, I know like my capabilities. Like I don't really know about this. I cannot really do this, but like I'm just doing it. Like I just feel I make it. But like in the end, all right, I made it.
Okay, what's about Kamit you?
So I heard this one quote, and it applies to anyone of any belief. I think not just So it says something about God never said that the journey will be easy, but He did say that the arrival would be worthwhile. So it may be hard, this is so cliche, but along the way, the progress, it could be enervating, it could be dull, but trust that whatever you do, if you have the right intention, if you, if you are going after something that not only benefits you, but people around you, the result will be worthwhile. So yes, maybe like we suffer for just a short amount of time, but I think the reward, we will enjoy that for a long time.
Well, that's also great quote, yeah.
Your turn, Alia.
Oh, okay. So actually, I have so many quotes, but this is my favorite one. If you're brave enough to start, you will strong enough to finish. That's my favorite.
On that quotes on our first journey as
PUSU. Yes. I got this quote from Karife.
Yeah.
And this quote became my favorite one. Yes.
Yeah, not gonna lie. That quote is actually the quote that made me stay in PUSU till now.
Yeah, because it's really meaningful, right?
Yeah, it's actually very meaningful.
Yeah.
I learned a lot here.
Okay. How's the games?
Well, it was fine.
Very interesting, yeah. I think we have refreshed our mind by playing games before, and now we will jump into our main topic, which is about
your English as Presunivers. So it is actually very important for all of us as the Presunivers to have the ability to speak English, especially we are in the international environment. So some of our friends are Indonesian, some of them are Chinese, Vietnamese, and some of them from Timor-Leste. So we have the ability to speak English, and all the classes is actually using English. So yeah, it's actually very important, especially for the freshmen who is, I think, learn for 5 weeks, I guess, in Presunivers University. So you guys can listen to this podcast. how to survive your English here. Because at the first time, our journey is the best universe. Then maybe Alia also feel that because our first language is not English, so it's kind of hard for us to survive with our English, right, Alia?
Yes, that's true. So, in your humble opinion, Kak, why should we have the ability to speak English?
This is a very commonly asked question, but it's still a very important one at that. So it's important to remind ourselves again that the world is increasingly globalizing, meaning that the current advancing information technology period paves the way for people of different countries around the world to visibly interact with one another, regardless of distance and time. It's like what we're doing right now, right? You guys are in Indonesia, I'm in the US, and the internet allows us to connect with one another, right? So the English language has been, is, and will be the mediating language between people of different first language backgrounds. Like you guys said earlier, because we also have foreigners in Presunivers University, for instance, people from China, and how do we communicate with them, right? Not with Indonesian
That's
language,
right.
Yeah.
right? But with a common language that serves us both. So there is currently at least 60,000 multinational corporations, which Indonesia is a part of a great percentage, such as the Kohler plant in Delta Mas Jababeka or the Nissan plant. So how can an Indonesian expect to work, let alone be hired in one of these multinational corporations where they will interact with foreigners if they can't speak English? So yeah, that's the question that we should always remind ourselves. That's one of the reasons for the high demand of the ability to speak English.
Well, yeah, I actually strongly agree with you, Matthew. Especially when it comes for us, if you want to have, a dream for us, like study abroad, like Matthew being a transfer student in one of the American university, let's say, that's actually a great opportunity for us. So maybe for sure that if we want to learn English, we have to know the purpose of why we should why am I learning English, so that we can focus on the process of learning English, and maybe we have to know the benefits of learning English. Maybe Matthew, you can tell us how do you find the purpose to learn English, and also tell us the benefits that is actually we can find it when we can speak English.
Thank you for the question. So the first thing that pops up in my head is the English language allows us to have easier networking. For instance, a YouTuber. And people will say, "Oh yeah, but you don't have to speak English. You can just speak your native language and have someone insert a closed caption in English." But that's only going to get you so far. What if someday people will invite you to go to a conference, for instance, overseas? Are you going to have a closed caption translation, with you, or are you going to have a translator with you? You can do that, but it's more. Wouldn't it flow more smoothly if you can just speak English yourself? And also, like I said in my previous point, it's you will be able to connect with a cohort of so many different people of different cultures and nationalities if you can just speak English yourself, not depending on anyone. And the fourth one, I think this is a very important one. So, my points, I'm not organizing it based on which one is most important to least important. So, so the fourth one is it allows you to create relationships outside of your circle. So the Chinese students that you interact with in Presunivers University on a daily basis, so I see that there's a divide. Indonesians hang out with Indonesians and Chinese hang out with the Chinese. But why should we do that? We all are students at Presunivers University, so let's create relationships with one another. And I think if we allow that, we would learn so much from each other. And it says that my voice is it? Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can hear you.
I say that my connection is unstable or something. Okay, so anyways, it allows us to create relationships with people outside of our circle. So I think that would be a good training ground for if you want to go abroad. So that's my answer.
Yes, or so learning English is important for socializing and entertainment as well as work. Yeah. Kak Matthew, as we know, your English is really fluent than me and Joe. So, would you like to share some tips about how do you start your English study so that we can be motivated to be like you?
Oh, y'all's English are so good. I'm so proud of you guys, especially when you said that whenever you came to PU, you didn't know much, but look at you now. You know, you're hosting a podcast, you're interviewing people from everywhere. So yeah, I'm proud of you guys. But okay, so to answer your question, how do we start our English study? So here's the thing, okay? You have to listen carefully. Okay, so there is no secret formula.
Okay.
Right.
So you know how we like to do like step one, you have to do this, and then blah blah blah. Okay, so that is satisfying, but in terms of learning a language, there is no tricks. So the only thing that I have to say is you have to have the will to do it. Have any one of you guys heard of if there's a will, there's a way?
Yes.
Heard of that?
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah,
I ever
for sure.
heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta have the motivation to do it, you know. So in terms of materials, information, your information and what you want to learn is at your fingertips. I think there's no excuse for us to say, oh yeah, we don't have a chance to study English, but you know, we spend like a lot of our time on our phone or our laptop. Why don't we just set aside at least 20-30 minutes a day to open an app like Duolingo, or you know, communicate with if any one of y'all play like an online game, you know, play with someone from abroad. I have a CLC friend, his tutor, and he learned his English by interacting with a player that is from the US. So yeah, there's so many opportunities. You just have to have the motivation to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Mhm.
I actually strongly agree with Kak Matthew at the word of if you have the will, you will find the way. That's actually great,
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah, we have to find motivations here to learn English. And always remember, if there is a way, there is a possibility you can be a master of English, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. Have to go to the next question. So, do you have any website or YouTube recommendation for us to learn English?
Sure. So whenever I was a tutor in CLC, I always use this reference. It's a YouTube channel. It's called English. So MMM and the word English put together. And the YouTuber's name is Emma. So she's an English confidence coach, and she does everything from the simplest of things, you know, introduction, and then if you want to get more technical and more advanced, you learn about conditional statements, about different tenses. Yeah, and another one is called English Addict with Mr. Duncan, and that's also a YouTube channel. And this one is kind of long, but it's called Learn English with EnglishClass101.com. So that's the name of the YouTube channel. I don't know why it's long, but I guess to people, it won't be easy for people to copy him. So he has about 6 million subscribers. So that says a lot, right? So
Yeah, that's a lot.
Right. And also if you want to get out of watching the videos, you can also visit the website Cambridge, specifically the Learning English tab. And the next one is Learn English from British Council. And so those two websites allow us to, there are a lot of activities there. For instance, if you want to learn more about reading or writing, listening, or speaking even. So they have a lot of free materials. I'm going to underline the word free. Okay, so
For sure.
the next one, yeah. And also CLC, you know, as you know, that they have 101 tutoring services that is available every week. So make sure that PU students sign up for that. And you can go to the CLC website at clc.presunivers on Instagram. And also they have a YouTube channel, and they haven't posted in a while, but there are a lot of good contents there. And also there's a department in PU called PUDC, Presunivers Development Center. They offer English courses. You know, if you want to get ready for your TOEFL or PET exam, which is required for you to graduate. And the last one is, and this is a good one, okay? So the last source is people around you. Okay, so yeah, it doesn't have to be, you know, foreigners who are able to speak English, start at your home. Start with your mom, with your sibling, and okay, if they don't know how to speak English that well, let's learn together. Let's have the goal of, hey, let's just talk in English, for a week, without speaking in Bahasa Indonesia, and I think you'll get somewhere with that. So yeah, those are my top sources that I recommend.
Wow, thank you so much, Kak
Thank you so
Matthew.
much. That's great. Yeah,
That's great.
English is actually one of my favorite channel on YouTube to improve my English. And the other one, like Lingua Maria, learn English
Sounds
with
good, yeah.
Lucy, yeah,
Learn
and so
English with
on.
Lucy, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What about you,
That's
Joe?
the British one.
Mhm.
I actually
Yeah, the
only
British one.
watch the Lingua Marina for the American English, and for the British is English with Lucy. But
Yeah.
sometimes I also watch learn English from TV series. I guess I forgot the name, but like we learn English from the movie or the series. So yeah.
I know it.
So,
Yeah.
So I think I also want to give the suggestion for those of you who, who doesn't have anyone like your family who can speak English like me. Because like in my family, there's nobody can speak English. Like there's only me who can speak English. So like, I'm sorry, you can download like application like Kik or Snapchat. I don't know if it is safe or not, but like I always join random group there and then like started conversation with random people there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually safe so far. Like I don't have anything that harm myself, so it's actually good for you guys. Or also you guys can, find like foreigners from the website called find polls. That's like virtual friends. It's actually good,
Yeah, it's good. So it's actually there is so many ways to learn English. Talking about English from your perspective, Kak, what are the common mistakes in learning English? For example, like if there is a case, I have studied English for a long time, but why is my English not improving? So
Good
yeah.
question. That's very good. So the first common mistake that people make is they tend to just memorize. They expect that, memorizing the tenses, verbs, whatever that is, that you can just regurgitate and, voila, you can speak English. But that's not the case. Memorization, can get you anywhere unless you apply it. It's like riding a bike. If you want to learn how to ride a bike, you don't read the manual, right? You don't read like how to ride a bike. Step 1, step 2. Okay, that's good. That's a great starter. But you have to actually get on the bike. You have to actually pedal. And you just go for it, and you may fall, and you may get scrapes, but like that's how you learn, right? And so, yeah, memorization is a common mistake. I think that's the number one mistake. And the second one is doing it once in a while. So maybe that we've been learning English for so many years, but the reason we're not improving is because we're only doing it once in a while. Like you only set aside 30 minutes for every week, and that's inconsistent because you have to constantly, train your brain to do what you learn. You have to keep applying it so that you won't get rusty. Yeah, those are what I think are the common mistakes when you are trying to learn English.
Yes, I actually have a tricky question for you, Kak. Which one do you choose? Good at grammar or good at pronunciations? Which one do you choose?
Good at grammar or pronunciation? Oh, okay. Okay, so for grammar, we don't want to memorize. We just want to learn, and we have to apply it. But in terms of pronunciation, okay, so those two actually aren't very we don't have to prioritize those two, right? So the first thing is just to get started. But if I have to choose between the two, I think grammar is more important because that's kind of like the borderline of people, understand what you say or they get confused. For instance, if I say that I come from a different background, and you don't have to force yourself to speak like a native American or from England. Just be proud that, for instance, me. People say that, oh wow, Matthew, your accent is pretty American. But there are times where my Indonesian accent will come out, because I do speak Indonesian in my house, and also I'm Batak and so the
Yeah.
tone will come out, the Batak tone will come out. So yeah, we have to just embrace our culture, embrace our first language background.
Yes, Kak. Because there is someone say to me, doesn't matter your grammar, but just improve your pronunciations. Because if you have a good pronunciations, it can higher the level of your English. Kak. So I'm a little bit confused. Good at grammar or good at pronunciations. So what about you, Joe? Mm-hmm.
So let me answer a follow-up response to that. So my dad will say, "Oh wow, you're pretty good at English. Just the accent, It's
Yeah.
okay." Like if you go to the university where I'm coming from, we have people, professors from South Korea.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. Kak. Besides that, it often happens like this. I understand what you are saying, but I don't know how to respond to you. To be honest, I've also felt that suddenly blank and I don't know how to respond it. How do you deal with that, Kak?
Oh, okay. So that's what he meant with the previous statement. So yeah, it's okay to ask again. Even native speakers, whenever they talk, they can tend to pull their words together. They tend to be ambiguous. So for instance, in class, if my lecturer starts to say something that's very abstract, I ask them again. I say, hey, can you clarify what you said earlier? It's okay. There's no shame in that. First, you need to know the purpose behind why you'd like to learn English. Getting good grades is one thing, but that's not everything in life, right? Like getting a cum laude degree, getting straight A's, everything in life. So you have to know why you really want to learn English. Is it because you want to influence a great amount of people around the community? Is it because you want to connect with people from different nationalities who have the same passion as you? So you have to think of the big picture, not just something short like, oh, I learned English, so I make more money. Money, it's not going to be always the best, right? Like money comes in place, but something that will give you satisfaction in life, that will serve as a tool to reach your goals, your aspirations. So yeah, you have to think of the bigger picture.
I see. All right. Yeah, that's actually agree. We have to find the purpose of why we learn English. Okay. Stay motivated while we learn English. So, okay.
Yeah,
What's
that's
next?
great. I think that would be the end of our conversation today. Such a nice conversations with you, Matthew. Last but not least, do you have any quotes or anything that you want to say to our listener, Kak? Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. So to anyone listening, I hope that today's podcast has been beneficial in terms of getting you ready to learn more about how to improve your English. So I'd like to say that it's never too late to start, whether you're just starting to learn English because maybe previously you went to public school that only spoke Indonesian, or whether you're a parent of a student, so maybe you're like 30, 40, or 50 years old. Like, it's never too late to start. Start now. Like I said earlier, you have so many information at your fingertips. It's just having the will to do it, having the motivation to do it. And yeah, so because we're so spoiled, right? What's the excuse? Like, if we think about parents who, like back then, when they were our age, they learned English, they had to go to the library, they had to enroll in English courses, and so yeah, there's an extra mile that they have to take. But for us, it's just a matter of turning on our laptop. Decrease your time scrolling through Instagram, which doesn't serve you anything, and allocate more time to build yourself. And yeah, open that Duolingo application, open that YouTube English course. So yeah, that's my last point. And don't get demotivated if you don't see a result right away, because it'll take time. Learning a language is a gradual process. We can't expect that just learning like 2 months of English will be like a very a very fluent speaker, right? So yeah, you have to be patient. You have to trust the process. Oh wow, that's so cliche, but that's my closing statement.
Wow, very nice closing statement from our speaker. We hope our listener can get motivation and insightful knowledge from our guest star, Kak Matthew. Well, we would like to say thank you to Kak Matthew for having us get to work. We really appreciate it. Keep spirit, we wish best of luck for you, and all the best for you. Thank you all for listening to this podcast, and stay tuned for our next episode of PUSU Podcast. If you haven't know yet, PUSU Podcasts are now available on Anchor.fm, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Instagram, Castbox, YouTube, and also Spotify. Alright, and don't forget to send your requests, opinions, and suggestions in the comment sections below, and share this episode to everyone you know. Or you can also reach out to us via official Instagram account of PUSU Podcast at pusu.podcast and at PUSU Presunivers. Amalia.
I'm Shabil.
And our amazing speaker, Kak Matthew. See you and happy Satnight, Presunivers. PUSU Podcast 2021. We hear, we talk, we give you insight.